Coach, we've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Jones. 54 yards on the ground. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second down at the 16-yard line.
Put up. 180. 18.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Out. Red, up. Hey, alert. Hey, zoom. Alert.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return there. They're finally able Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You remember me? Let's go. Red, go. Come.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Caught by Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll escape to his right. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 24, check 24.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, he's got to have that. So confused. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here we go. 90, walk, rush in. Ready.
On 3rd down, Love. He's going to way downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out. Deep for the Bears. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bears take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Love. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. From the gun, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He's done right here.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down, Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right, and that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Target. Ran, Check 49. Hey, high 7. Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Here we go. Motion.
They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking to throw. Love. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come on, set, 8, read. You. Kill, fire, 64.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here, son. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 76 yards. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin him deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it.
And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All day, baby. All day, baby. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Now it's Trubisky. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
But leading the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Jim, red, up. 18. Hey, ball. Hey, seam 6.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Packers 27, Bears 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing on first down. Love gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun to give to Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the Bears 22-yard line.
Set 18 Gator. H3 218 chopper. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go play action with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robert. That's caught inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action. Trubisky. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
I got it. Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, Delta.
You go
Blue.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Let's go now. 50, clear. Go.
58, right over there.
Flat.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dean Lowry able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Move.
Motion.
Hey, orbit.
52, Mike 52.
Now Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Low. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Flush to his right, to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, watch it, watch it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken to the 13. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. Uncorks one for, and that's caught inside the 35. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On the set.
Here's Mike.
Or this.
Hey, Here we go. Here we see it. On. Here we go. Hatchet. Hatchet. Yep. I need one over here. I need one. Pause. Go.
On 1st and 10, Love. It's caught here by Adams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 13 yards, first down Packers. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down Packers. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
58, come on. I'm scared. Ready, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the pass, watch the pass. 42's the Mike, 42's the Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Chicago, despite the loss here, was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.